Well, I hope we all survived Snowmageddon. I, of course, don't know because I'm speaking to you from the past or you're speaking to me from the future or whatever. But for now, new comics. And that's much more important than snow. Um, just in case this gets wacky, I'm doing this Saturday night in the hopes that I don't need to leave the house tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday, even if snow isn't as bad as they thought. But new comics, so let's get looking. Oh my god, this is just this is some of my favorite stuff. Avengers Epic Collection. This is focused on the Under Siege story, where the Masters of Evil basically destroy Avengers Mansion. But more importantly, Roger Stern and some John Buscema with Tom Palmer inking. Just this is some of my favorite stuff. Monica Rambeau, Black Knight, Cap stuff, like just good Avengers superhero-y stuff. Even though it's a tough storyline because people really get hurt, but so good for me. And then from DC's finest line, Batman: The Case of the Chemical Syndicate. Of course, this is the beginning of the Batman. This is the earliest Batmans and detectives all stuck together in one of DC's DC finest books. It's a lovely tome for you to read the originals. And then Absolute Batman, which is the second part of the crossover with Absolute Wonder Woman. And two covers there. And then I'm going to say, is it second printing? Second printing of Batman Deadpool, which I don't really need because I still have plenty of copies, but there were a couple of different covers and they're kind of pretty, so why not? Somebody could be collecting those. And then Detective Comics and a lot of glare. And a second cover there. And then my favorite Batman story from days of yore, The Killing Joke. Brian Boland is one of my favorite artists, and this is an interesting read at the very least. I do understand the concerns that have come up in modern times, and I don't disagree with you, but this is still so good for me. And that being said, I don't necessarily like the things that happen in the story. It's hard to deal with, and I did read it differently as an adult than I did as a kid. So there is that. Captain America #6 was a damage from a previous week. Finally here. Two covers there. Conan the Barbarian. Creep Show. I believe that's the last issue of that miniseries. This is volume 4. There's another one coming. Don't worry. DCKO, The Kids Are All Fight. And this is a one-shot special that, of course, fits into DCKO. And two covers there. DC's Supergirl Next Door. This is DC's, I believe it's their Valentine's Day special, their seasonal special. Dick Tracy. Disney's The Sword and the Stone, Arthur's Magical Kingdom. Drawing Blood. Dust to Dust. Flash, which also connects to DCKO. And then Absolute Flash. And two covers there. Flash Gordon Quarterly, which is completely different. G.I. Joe. Part of the Energon universe, and two covers. And three covers. Hi, Roadblock. I mean, he's also there, but, And then another of the G.I. Joe Real American Hero Hama Files edition. Larry Hama speaking on whatever things while he was writing the early days of G.I. Joe Real American Hero. Again, this is just like a time machine for me. I love these. Green Lantern. Harley Quinn. Two covers. Three covers. 4 covers, 5 covers. There's so many covers. And then Harley and Ivy, Life Crimes, continues as well. 2 covers, 3 covers, 4 covers, which is adorable. And then a shiny one of that. There's also supposed to be a Harley Elvira issue this week, but mine were damaged, so hopefully we will see them in the future. Hello Darkness, Infernal Hulk, which I can't keep up with, so be patient with me, folks. IDW previews that talking about IDW stuff coming out in about 2 months. Iron Man gets a new #1, written by Josh Williamson. I'm looking forward to an Iron Man book that is about Iron Man and not about the X-Men. So I have not gotten a chance to read that yet. I'm hoping it is just good old-fashioned superhero-y stuff, because that's what Josh sort of does. Justice League Unlimited, which is also connected to DCKO. And then Absolute Martian Manhunter. And 2 covers there. Marvel's 1776. 2 covers. 3 covers. And then Marvel previews, talking about Marvel stuff coming out in about 2 months. And hey, it's Spider-Man Superman, one of those Marvel DC crossovers. Marvel Zombies, I think that's the last of that miniseries. Monster High Bermuda Triangle, that's a new miniseries for Monster High. Mothra, the Queen of the Monsters and the Godzilla family. Power Rangers Prime. And 2 covers. And 3 covers. 4 covers. And 5 covers. Psylocke Ninja, again, this is another one from a previous week. They were all damaged. I'm still missing the main cover. I am not sure if I will be getting it, but I got enough that I figured, you know what, let's just put them out. So, there they are. Punisher Red Band, I believe that's the last issue of that miniseries. Get ready for the regular series coming. Savage Dragon. Skinbreaker. Escape from Skull Island. We had Return to Skull Island, and now we have Escape from Skull Island, and there's a shiny version. Return to Sleepy Hollow. Sorcerer Supreme, the new Scarlet Witch book. Oops. 2 covers. 3 covers. Jenny Frison, this is lovely, because I know you're watching. And this is cool. I love this design. Was cover artist and interior artist for some of DC's New Gods, but I love the sort of Art Deco and tarot design of that cover. Amazing Spider-Man Annual. Miles Morales Spider-Man. I believe this is the last issue of Miles Morales for now. $20.99 The End. Star Wars Darth Maul, Black, White, and Red. That collects that recent miniseries. Strange Tales, which also features Scarlet Witch. Superman, part of DC's KO. And a second cover there. Supernatural from a previous week. And 2 covers there. Winchester Boys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures. And 2 covers. And 3 covers. Terminator Metal. Thundercats. There's big doings in the Thundercats universe coming. Void Rivals. The Witcher gets a new miniseries, Bloodstone. Absolute Wonder Woman. And a second cover there. I was shorted for Absolute Wonder Woman. All of my subscribers are taken care of, but I won't have as many on the shelf, so she'll probably sell out a lot faster than normal. Giant Size X-Men. This collects the recent series of one-shots, which essentially connected Ms. Marvel to the X-Men's origins. So it's a fun story. And then Rob Liefeld Youngblood. And that is everything for this week. Again, I hope everyone's safe and sound, and you were safe and smart during the Snowmageddon. And hopefully I'll see you soon, and we won't have too much of disruption other than the weekend. Subscribers, do your best to pick up your stuff. Communicate with me if you cannot. I'm pretty reasonable if you talk to me. And if you see anything you like, let me know. I'll try and get it for you. And thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.